What's going on, YouTube? Today we are back with another episode of 3 a.m. Meal Prep Talks. And today, just like yesterday, we are not going to talk off rip. We're going to do some talking, but first we are going to react to a video of my choice today. Something that I find pretty interesting. And let's not talk too much. Let's just get into it. Tonight's meal prep is actually a little different. I ran out of ground turkey for the other meal preps I did when I got towards the end of making those. So these last couple I made were actually made with sausage. Let me see if I can even that out. Sausage, red beans, broccoli, cauliflower. It's the same vegetables, but different proteins. I added some beans to up the protein. And just like yesterday, today I have hot sauce, baby. Hot sauce on my burrito, baby. There you go. Ooh-wee. Let's not waste too much time. Let's get right into it.
Shot 152 rounds.
Metro Police's investigation into the shooting itself shows Hale fired a total of 152 rounds.
Let's be clear, they did not use a rifle. I mentioned it before, they used one of those folded 9mm things. That's not a rifle, homeboy. That's a long barrel 9mm.
This person shot 152 rounds, and you want me to walk around with 8 to 10 rounds on my person?
We're not carrying no baby gun.
No more
8 to 10 rounds.
8 bullets in a round.
Say 3. If you haven't hit the deer with 3 shots,
we ain't talking about
pretty
hunting right
shot.
now, man.
That deer deserves to get away.
Which aims to ban large-capacity
Niggas ain't
magazines in New
walking around this
Mexico.
bitch shooting motherfuckers and robbing motherfuckers.
Magazine
Oh,
holds
God.
10 or more rounds.
Of ammunition magazines holding more than 12 rounds.
Large capacity clips. Just insane. There's no justification.
You gotta be a full fucking...
are perpetuating lunacy.
Do you know how
excuse my language, fucking retard.
Do you know how dumb and asinine that is?
Real rap.
152
Dumb and asinine,
rounds.
motherfucker.
I don't care how many so-called high-capacity magazines out there.
Come on, bro.
That is a lot of rounds that could easily have been done with multiple magazines. There isn't 152 round magazine that this person had. They had to literally reload. They brought spare magazines. 152.
152.
And you want me to walk around life with only 10 rounds in my gun because what? You think that somebody who's going to go and take a bunch of lives is going to sit there and think to themselves, you know what? I don't think I want to break the law that says I can't have more than 10 rounds.
The criminals are going to have the guns
instead,
and the clips and the ammo anyway.
I'm going to follow the law that says I can only have 10 rounds in my gun and then go commit mass murder with those 10 rounds. Because if there's one law I don't want to break, it's the one law that says I can't have too many bullets in my gun, notwithstanding the fact I'm coming out here to commit mass murder. But, leave it to the gun control lobby and leave it to the likes of Joe Biden to sit here and tell me that me, regular old me, being limited to 10 rounds in my gun somehow makes us safer. It doesn't make us safer, it makes us stupid. Because there are millions of magazines out there already. You're not gonna sit here and tell me that somebody who is deciding to commit mass murder is somehow going to artificially limit themselves to 10 rounds in their gun. And even if there were only 10 round magazines in existence, you couldn't get any magazine past 10 rounds. You're not going to sit here and play me for boo-boo the fool and tell me that this person isn't just going to get multiple magazines. So at that point,
we don't know who boo-boo the fool is, but we know who he ain't.
Because this person had 30 10-round magazines. What are you going to do? You're going to tell us now we can only own 2 magazines? Period? Is that what we're going to start doing then on top of that? This is stupid. We have reached the point of mass euphoric stupidity when it comes to these gun laws. You want me to walk around with 8 rounds. This person shot 152. It's not the high capacity magazine that allows him to shoot that many rounds, you nimrods. It has everything to do with the fact that this person gets to plan exactly what they're going to do. They have the benefit of sitting down and thinking, I need this many magazines, I need this many guns, and then they do it. And then they plan it, and then they execute. You want to know what we get to do as regular people who can still carry their firearms to protect themselves? We get to react whenever this asshole decides to do it. And now we're caught off guard trying to figure out what the hell's going on, and we only have split seconds to be able to react. But guess what? This person's shooting 152 rounds, and I get to shoot 10 rounds back at him. Allow people to carry as many rounds as they want to carry or as they see fit in their firearm to protect themselves. We don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know when I step out of the house if I'm gonna need 10 rounds, 20 rounds, 40 rounds,
I live in Philly.
rounds. I don't know. I hate the fact now that I can't carry 100 rounds on me, but that's just the natural limitations of life. Why are you now then making that limitation
on me for a
even
little bit. I ain't
harder
gonna
on
cap.
us by telling us that we have to
I had one on my hip and a revolver in my belly pocket.
In some cases, they talking
just so I
about
could pull that bitch quick, real quick.
And when I say people, I'm talking about the people who vote for this nonsense. Just think to yourself. Are you voting for this because you think it really works?
They voting just to vote. That's what most of these motherfuckers do. Or are you going to vote for
something like this because you just want to feel like you're doing something? Because that's a really, really important question. Because feeling like you're doing something, yes, you could be doing shit, but fucking us over. But the question you never stop to ask yourself is the thing you're doing helping or hurting you? That's the question no one ever really asks. Do something, okay? Let's do something. But what is it the thing that you're doing? What are the unintended consequences of simply saying, let's just do something? We've been on this planet long enough to understand that sometimes the things on the surface sound like a good idea, but in the back end are an issue. And I could understand if we had insurmountable amounts of data that would validate
I don't trust no data coming from them anyway.
If you only limited everybody to 8, 10 rounds in their firearms, this world would be a much safer place. We're not even close to anything like that. At all. And even still, I would beg the question of, so exactly what are you telling me here? Is it saying that I'm gonna be safer because I have a limited round capacity, or because somebody else who may mass shoot has a limited round capacity? But then it also doesn't account for the fact that this person might just have multiple magazines. So you want me to base my ability to protect myself on the hopes that this person might have to reload, and then I might have an opportunity to shoot him? Where would the opportunity come from? I only have 8 to 10 rounds in my gun. So even if he has to reload, I've shot 8 to 10 rounds, and now I don't have any bullets to shoot at him anyway. So he gets to just reload in peace and go about his business. Magazine capacity limitation is stupid. Guns aren't political. That's why I need your help getting this message to spread on YouTube.
No disrespect to my brother,
thumbs up button,
but this is where I stopped watching.
Let me know what you think of the video, then subscribing to the channel. But most importantly, click that bell symbol.
All right. Now we can briefly talk about that. I want y'all to tell me what y'all think in reference to that, because there really shouldn't be no real difficult thought process to have. Trying to outlaw the guns, trying to limit the rounds is fucking stupid. But we've been over this. Whatever little thing they got going on up there, Joe Biden and them, is obviously meant to hinder us, not to help. It's part of the plan. They're the ones who send out these mass shooters. They're the ones who set up these shootings, and they're doing them at schools purposely to inspire more people to react. They're looking for reactions. You feel me? Think about it. I've been living in Philly for years at this point. Over 10 years, more than now. From here, I was born here. They stopped calling shootings because that's what it was. If a nigga was mad at another nigga and that nigga was in a group of people and nigga one shot at nigga two, that was just a shooting. That was it. Now, it's funny how they call those mass shootings. It's funny how they go out of their way to say, oh, this guy, even if it's gang related, block related, because it ain't a whole lot of gangs here in Philly. We really rep blocks. We don't rep gangs or nothing. It ain't no Bloods and Crips. It's really just, you know what I mean, whatever street versus whatever street, whatever neighborhood versus whatever neighborhood. When there's a shooting now, instead of calling it what it is, a shooting, in the past, I'd say year or two, They've been calling them mass shootings. When they know good and goddamn well the person going out to shoot motherfuckers was aiming for maybe 1 or 2 people specifically. Maybe they hit a 3rd or a 4th or even a 5th or a 6th person in the process, but it was a targeted shooting. They know this. They've known it for years because that's how it's always been. But suddenly they've taken to calling them mass shootings. Oh, the number of mass shootings have gone up, man. Get the fuck out of here. Just because it's more than a few people there don't make it a mass shooting. But they want to use this rhetoric, these buzzwords, these sensational terms to inspire people to act a certain way, to vote a certain way. I'll tell you right now. Y'all vote the guns away. That's exactly what they wanted. Y'all get rid of our guns. The government has unchecked power. They don't want to come around here knowing every other nigga got a strap to protect themselves. They don't want to go out in the country knowing that every redneck, every non-redneck, every logically thinking human being has some sort of firearm to protect themselves, whether that be from animals, attackers, or even your own goddamn government. You know what I'm saying? That's what the Constitution says. The right to bear arms has nothing to do with, oh, we just want guns. The right to bear arms is to protect yourself from tyranny. Hey, so I have no idea why the audio cut out here. I actually do have an idea. I had to do some isolation for the audio on this video because I forgot to turn down the music in the back and I don't want to be demonetized. So in the process of me minimizing the background sounds, I guess I started talking too low, and the audio isolator decided that my voice was also part of the background noise, and it got cut out. Basically what I was saying was the right to bear arms has to do with protecting yourselves from tyranny and danger, not for the sake of just having guns. Unfortunately, too many people associate the right to bear arms with just, hey, we're American, we want guns, pew, 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 America, you know what I'm saying, hot dogs and bacon and hamburgers and freedom and eagles and American flag and all that bullshit. But yeah, again, like and subscribe. I think that's what I said right there. Shout out to the boy Coleon Noir again. I'm gonna add him and stuff and tag him. And also when you watch his segment, you can see his name in the bottom left corner, but I'll still put it up there. And I'm just waiting for me to say the part I'll be saying. So yeah, I think I'm gonna say right here, have a fantastical day and night. Thanks, guys. Black off 'em. You don't wanna hear that Mac talking. All these niggas, they be trash talking. Pussy boy, you not a friend of me. How you